Ooh. We're going to get started and we're going to dive right into it because we got callers already calling in. Wow. If you want to call in and be a part of this show, because the Ravens just fell to 1-3. And if you want to be a part of the show, go ahead, call in. We've got a Zoom link pinned in my chat, as well as a Zoom link pinned in Hendo's chat. But family, we're here to talk about it. First caller, let's take the call. I'm sorry, I didn't even say hello. Hendo, how are you? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so frustrated. Hendo, you all right?
I mean, it is what it is. This is football. It's football. It is what it is.
Well, we got our first guest. We got our first caller. We're going to ask that everyone, we're going to limit it to about 3 minutes each call because we have several people waiting in the lobby, and I want to make sure that I'm respectful and get through everybody. But let's go ahead and take our first caller. Let's bring him on. All right, so we have our first caller on the line. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Not the best, but
yeah,
doing okay. All things considered.
Ooh. Listen, family. Brutal. Say what's on your mind. You're calling in to speak your truth. What do you have to say about the state of our Baltimore Ravens?
Oh, it's a mess, to say the least. Dysfunctional. Hendo,
listen, family.
I said it before. I think we could be brothers, Everything you say is like taking the words out of my mouth. You got it figured out. The organization is just, three rich white men, and they don't see it the way that other people do. It's not that important to them. It's not the kinship is not there, and I don't know if it ever will be. Like you say, it's just not that important to them. Sad to say, I hate it for Lamar's sake more than anything. I've never been so disappointed in a Baltimore team that I am now. It's very sad state of affairs, and Harbaugh takes no accountability. Simple as that. Somebody's got to call him out on the mic.
Right.
That's the only way I can see Lamar doing anything here in Baltimore. If he goes to another team, I'll be rooting for that team. I'm going to the game on Thursday night in Miami. I'm thinking about putting up a poster. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. I will put up a banner and say enough is enough if I have to.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate it.
We do.
It's crazy. It's crazy that this man gives his heart and soul, not just to the team, but to the city of Baltimore. And they don't reciprocate that to him. They give him the bare minimum offensively, expect him to do miraculous things. But when it comes for their accountability, they like to point the fingers and say, oh, well, Lamar should have did this or this person should have did that. They never say, well, you know what? I should have coached better. I should have put a better lineup on the field. They just want to be profitable as an organization. And as long as we continue to buy the jerseys, get all the merchandise, go to the games, they don't really care because they know that we're going to show up and support this team because we love them, especially those of us who were around when we had the Baltimore Colts and they left and we didn't have a team for all of those years. We're going to stay loyal because we know what it's like not to have a professional football team in the city of Baltimore. So we're going to show up regardless, and they know this, and they're taking advantage of us for these opportunities to make money, even though they know they're not putting the best product on the field.
Yeah, indeed. And Jeff, you're spot on. I never thought.
I was at that game, Hendo. I've been around a little while too, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm 62 years old and been in a wheelchair for 40 of them. Wow. And I remember that game where the airplane landed in the stands after the game was over. So, yeah, I've been I've been around a little while, and I've seen the good, bad, and the ugly. But this is about the ugliest as I've ever seen it. To be honest with you, man.
Yeah,
for real,
it's pretty ugly,
dude. This is not
Ugly.
This is very sad, and I feel really bad for Lamar. And not to speak of us as fans, but him personally, he wants to win so bad, and they got a generational talent in front of them.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable that they're squandering his career at the expense of experimental. It's been 8 years already.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Enough.
Enough.
That's
Indeed.
all I got. I could go on, but respectively for the other guests, I'll kind of leave it at that. But nice to see you guys and
You as
talk to
well.
you guys you know, on a first name basis, so to speak,
Yeah.
and get to see you and you get to see me and us,
Yeah.
and as a fan base, we feel it, man. We do. I mean, it's just that's a country club up there, is what it
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
castle is a country club, and that's how it's run.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and if it takes him going to another team and a new coaching staff and a guy like John Gruden, fire in his belly and lightning in his eyes, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Huh? Harbaugh don't have it no more.
Yeah.
Did he really ever have it?
But he certainly doesn't have it
Sorry?
now. Even if he ever did, for right now,
Huh.
the point is the issue is,
Idiot.
and I'm going to ask
Yeah.
if let me ask the guest if you can make sure that you are on mute in the background. If you are waiting in the lobby, if you can make sure that your mics are on mute, your microphones are on mute until I bring you up, that would be very helpful. Thank you. But we're going to take the next caller, Jeff, but thank you
Appreciate
for
you.
calling in. Definitely
Thank
don't be
you.
a stranger. You make very
I really
good
appreciate
points.
it.
We got to do better as a team. We got to figure it out. I don't know where we go from
Big time.
here, but
10-4.
yeah, we'll see you very soon. Take care,
All right,
Jeff.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All righty. All right, we're going to bring in our next caller. Give me 1 second. Hendo, where do we go from here? That's what I want to know. And for my next caller, certainly share your thoughts, but I want to know kind of what's next for the Ravens. What is next for the Ravens?
Houston Texans. That's as simple as I put it. One game at a time.
Yeah.
Fortunately for us, after the Texans and after we play the Rams, I'll say the schedule eases up a little bit. Luckily, we have another game versus the Browns. We don't know if Joe Flacco is going to still be the starting quarterback at that time. We have 2 games versus the Bengals. I'm not sure if Joe Burrow is going to return, so that kind of helps us out a little bit. But the
Okay.
Steelers, they are a lot better than we thought that they were going to be. And we have a few cupcake games sandwiched in here and there. So the Ravens are a team that's good enough to make the playoffs. But do we want to make the playoffs just to be ousted in the wild card round?
All right.
And
Well,
get a late draft pick, because that's the excuse a lot of people use. Well, we're always drafting so late in the draft. We're in the late 20s that we can't get prospects. Well, Justin Jefferson was drafted at 22.
hmm.
And also, with all the draft picks that we have, if we really covet somebody, we can take some of those draft picks or some players, package them, and trade up and get an impact player. But we're not going to do that. We're going to sit back and take whatever comes to us and make excuses as to why, we don't got this dog because we just draft too late. Other teams draft late. The Los Angeles Rams didn't have first round picks for 8 years. 8 years they didn't have a first round pick.
Yeah.
Went to 2 Super Bowls and now are back in the mix once again. So how prevalent is having these late first round draft picks, having 10 to 12 draft picks actually doing for this team? It ain't doing nothing for us because we
Nope.
don't have the coach to coach them. We don't have the right GM that's going to make the drastic decisions that's going to make this team better. He's going to stand there and tell you, I need as many swings at the bat as I can to get a hit because I don't know what I'm doing. And we end up drafting 10 people that aren't going to make this team. 2 that may make an impact, and guys that are going to be gone in 3 or 4 years, and we just rinse and repeat every single season. This is why we don't get anywhere as an organization, because as soon as somebody balls out, they got to be gone, and we're going to replace them with a draft pick that's just not going to pan out.
All right.
Okay.
Facts. You heard it
Hey,
here.
messaging me.
Just saying. All right, we're gonna bring in our next guest. We're gonna bring in our next guest. Wow, these Baltimore Ravens. And if you can unmute your mic, thank you,
Appreciate you,
DDSQ.
Nancy.
Welcome in.
Whoa.
Hey
What's
there.
good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
Doing great. How are
Good yourself?
you?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Good to talk to you guys. I saw y'all was on the chat. Y'all said y'all was gonna have a call in. I was like, let me call in and say what's up to you guys, so you can put the name and the voice with the user tag.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, DDSQ. Listen, I know that Ravens are not your number one team, but we're maybe your, second cousin, twice removed. What do you have to say about the state of this team right now, from what you're seeing?
Yeah, 2 years removed from getting rid of Harbaugh, I think what it is, and also a half a season late with getting Henry in the backfield. Y'all got Henry in 23. Y'all get that Super Bowl because you're not gonna. I can't really say that because how many carries did Henry get this week, and how many carries did Henry get last week? So maybe y'all wouldn't have gave him the ball in the AFC Championship game too. But as a Bucks fan, I hope y'all know this. This is the true Todd Monken offense. So it's just my observation that Henry is not really the back that he wants to run his offense, because if you notice, unless it's an obvious rushing down, Henry's not in the game. If it's a 2-minute drill, Henry's not in the game. He loves Justice Hill, and that's why you see Justice Hill playing, and you see Keaton Mitchell. You see him not dressed. See him scratch, but I bet they won't cut him or put him on the practice squad, because what'll happen? Another team will pick him up, they'll use him, and it'll make them look bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep him on ice and basically put his career on ice and not even use him. But that's the least of your worries, dude. You talking about 3 of the 4 games y'all didn't play, your defense is giving up almost 40 points?
Yes.
37, 38, and 41?
Something like that. Upper 30, mid to upper 30s and low 40s, yes, each game.
But the talking all season was, since y'all signed Jair Alexander, who's been inactive for every game except for one, that put you over the top, and Lamar has no more excuses.
So my question, DDSQ, you're speaking facts, and I appreciate it. My question to you is, where do we go from here? How do we get better right now?
Well, you're not going to get better in the middle of the season, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get, your guards aren't going to get better. You're going to continue to play Falele and play Voorhees, who Derrick Henry probably would still be running, except instead of him blocking somebody, he knocks down Derrick Henry. And then what happened with was that Linderbaum?
Linderbaum
on the scramble.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I don't know if y'all been on Twitter and saw that picture of Lamar sitting on the bench with that wrap on his leg. It's a towel and a headband.
What?
No, it's not even ice. It's a towel and a headband. Lamar,
No.
I promise you, dog.
No.
I think Lamar pulled a Kobe. He quit on. I'm gonna say he quit, man. But I think it's one of those things too where, I don't know if y'all remember in I think it was either 2021 or 2022. You could tell Lamar was done with Roman, and how his body language wasn't really the same, but he still showed up and played every game. I think it's the same thing with this. His body language hasn't been the same since starting with the Browns game. Because remember, even with he looked okay with the Bills.
At the end of the Bills.
At the end.
Yeah, but if you notice, toward the end of that game and the Browns game, his body language hasn't been the same. And I think that he knows he can't. He's not winning the Super Bowl with this team. And if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's not going to be, because people are already starting to blame Lamar, is saying that, he can't beat the Chiefs. But go look at Harbaugh's record against the Chiefs. I won't even look at Lamar's record. Look at Harbaugh's record for the Chiefs. I promise you, his record for Andy Reid is not not good. Even when Reid was with the Eagles, he wasn't beating them. And so it's one of those things. So how do you get better this year? I don't see it, because even the answer on the defense is not on the staff, because Pagano's a Harbaugh guy. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, where Harbaugh is smart, because I don't know if it was on this stream or before, people was like, well, why doesn't Harbaugh have a play sheet? Because that's how he can avoid accountability. Harbaugh is like the plug from the wire, to where, you have all the minions under you and you can't get to the plug, and that's how Harbaugh is. Harbaugh should not be able to be able to fire and hire another coordinator without being gone. Because even if you bring Harbaugh up, it's still his defensive system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if you look at Monken, Monk is running the stuff that he wants to run, but it's still every 2-point conversion that they've run, that roll out to the right, and they try to run that pick play to Andrew. They've run like 5 times a 2-point. That's a Harbaugh play.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The pitch to Henry, and to Henry tries to throw the ball in the end zone, almost get intercepted. Doesn't that look like pro shit against the Broncos?
It still does.
Those are Harbaugh plays. Those are Harbaugh plays. You know what I'm saying? So it's somebody who like people be flexing, trying to say, "Oh, I'm not a Lamar fan. I'm a Ravens fan. I was a fan before Lamar got here, and I'll be a fan before when Lamar leaked." Dog, that's not a flex. You know what I'm saying? I've been a lifelong Bucs fan, but when they on some BS, I don't be root for the BS. When they fired Dungy and won the Super Bowl, it was bittersweet for me because I was a Dungy guy. I was with the Bucs, but we was wearing the creamsicle, being the Clippers before the Clippers, and then we get a coach to turn us around. And as soon as he gets to the doorstep, you fire him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then John Gruden ruined the franchise for 10 years after a Super Bowl. Yeah, just like Harbaugh is doing, ruin the franchise after the Super Bowl. Ray Lewis retires. Ed Reed leaves. He's on the verge of getting fired. Lamar saves him, and then he goes back doing the Harbaugh things. So as an outside looker, outside observer, who can observe this subjectively, who watches more than just my team, I watch every. I'm a football head. I watch almost every game every Sunday because I love football. You know what I'm saying? For him, the way it's looking is almost looking that Harbaugh is going to outlast Lamar with the Ravens. If that happens, that will be an absolute shame because this team should have won the Super Bowl in 2019, should have won the Super Bowl in 2023, or 2023, and had the. Well, I would say 22 too because y'all had the Super Bowl defense that year too. If Lamar 22. Doesn't get hurt, yep. But having the number 1 seed twice and home field advantage. And losing the first game and then losing to a bad Chiefs team, like y'all would have ran rush shot over anybody. And even last year, there was no excuses for last year either. Showing up, getting 0-2. Now that's the difference between you hosting the Bills after you blew them out and going to Buffalo and not punting and still losing the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So where do you go from here?
Yeah,
I'm not sure because Lamar is a great player. And you saw what Cooper Rush looked like too when Lamar came out the game. He can't throw. It's either a back shoulder fade or he's throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. He can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball past 10 yards. You know what I'm saying? So all this whole we got a great roster. The roster. No, it was Lamar Jackson. And when Lamar's not Superman, you notice how the team doesn't look as well. Even if you look at the defense, Lamar with those long drives make the defense look better. You know what I'm saying? Now they're scoring quicker, and all of a sudden, 30 points, 35 points, 37 points is not enough. You need to do more.
Ain't that crazy though? Ain't that crazy though?
Yeah, the more you do, the more they're going to ask you to do.
But think about this. Isn't that crazy that the team will put up 40 points and people will be like, Lamar Jackson didn't do his job?
No, it's crazy because when it's scoring too quick, been an issue. You know what I'm saying? Get a stop when you need to get a stop. You know, now granted, Henry fumbling is nobody's fault but his own. But there's a lot going on with this team, bro. I honestly, the guards are not good enough. And if Stanley's hurt, you got no boom, whatever his name is playing, he's not good enough. And to me, I fell for the Bateman okey doke. He can't beat man coverage like he needs to. So they're going over the top of Zay. And as good as Hopkins is, you can't have him out there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you look at always in the contract year. Who's signing him next year?
Nobody.
I'm sorry, Yolanda. I
mean, you gotta listen.
But who's signing him next year?
The Jets.
He's supposed to be in the contract year.
Or and the Dolphins. The Dolphins might take him. The Dolphins.
Right.
No, they won't.
Right. And I know I've been going on and on and on. This last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let y'all go. The Ravens really thought they were getting Ed Reed and Ray Lewis with Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton.
Facts.
How many turnovers have they forced this year? How many fumbles has Roquan forced behind the line of scrimmage or plays that he snipped out and stopped the drive?
He
in the
got
3
that
years that he's been there.
He got that scoop and score, and that's
Well,
pretty.
no. He didn't force that fumble. Tavius
Nah.
forced that fumble.
Right,
He
Tavius
picked it up.
forced the
Robinson
fumble,
did.
but right, that's why I said he got the scoop and score after Tavius forced it. And
Yeah,
other than
but to his point, not many.
not many.
Not many.
You
And we
can
tried
count on-
and we tried this before with Arthur Brown and Matt Elam, and it didn't work out then either.
But that's the only way that and that's the thing with NFL coaches. NFL coaches are not as smart, not that much smarter than we are. They have a little success, and they're always trying to look at what the Browns doing with Flacco, trying to chase success that you had 2 years ago because you don't know what to do, you don't know how to pivot. So the Ravens still doing the same thing, paying Roquan $20 million a year that Ray Lewis never made. You're paying Hamilton $25 million to get to play safety, drafting another safety in the first round when your guards suck because you're thinking that Lamar is all world, that he can outlast this. Now let Lamar really be hurt next week and can't play, and we'll see how great this roster is with Cooper Rush playing against Houston. Because you can say whatever you want to say about Houston's offense this year, their defense has showed up every game, and they shut out the Saints this year. Cooper Rush, I promise you, will be running for his life with the edges in the interior that the Houston Texans have.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Danielle Hunter.
Yeah. Shoosh.
Right. So what can y'all do this year? But it'll be good. It will be good for y'all this year, but it'll be bad for the long term of the team. Hopefully, the guards can somehow miraculously play better, and maybe Isaiah Likely come in. Will add a different dimension in the 12 personnel package, and hopefully Ricard comes back that can help the running game and the pass protection, and they can continue sustain drives and run the football, and maybe that'll make your defense better.
All right.
So that's your only hope for this year, and maybe somehow Mike Green grows up, Elway gets on a roll, or maybe even Tavius Robinson turns into the next coming of what's not Suggs. What's the white guy used to have? Kruger. Remember Kruger?
Paul Kruger.
Maybe,
Paul Kruger.
Yeah, maybe he turns into him and and gives you some good plays. Yeah. And maybe I don't know, maybe your corners grow up. But then again, Wiggins is hurt. Maybe Jair Alexander gets healthy again. Who knows? Like it's a lot going on with this team, bro. And I don't have an answer, but that's just from an outside observer who loves football, who loves Lamar Jackson. And honestly, I support y'all because I support Black YouTubers who talk ball. I love it, and I'm going to continue to support it. Thanks for letting Bucks come in and rant. This is not a Ravens shirt. It's a fraternity shirt. I'm the bruh. Like Coach is.
I knew it. I said, no, he ain't wearing no Ravens shirt. He wearing a fraternity shirt. But we appreciate you, though, DDSQ. We do.
No problem. Y'all have a good evening.
You too.
You as well.
Thanks for calling. We do have a couple of super chats coming through, but go ahead, Hendo.
I just want you to just realize how crazy it is that we got to depend on the fullback to make our offensive line good. Like how stupid do that? How stupid do that sound?
Our offensive line to be good. I'm like, hey, we got to bring Pat Ricard back. You're like, Pat Ricard? We don't need no hard ER Ricard, but we do have a couple of.
How stupid is that though? Our offensive line will be better when the fullback gets healthy.
Let me bring in the super chat. We have bringing in the super chat, and then we're going to bring on the next guest. Thank you, Free Wi-Fi, for the $4.99 super chat. I was done after the 4-1 pass. Oh, we couldn't run the ball right. Turn the game off. Went to dinner with the fam to get to the house. We are everyone get right game. Fake O-line. Yeah, we are. Everyone gets right against us. Big facts. It's embarrassing. Free Wi-Fi.
Run game not working? Play the Ravens. Pass game ain't working? Play the Ravens. Can't score on offense? Play the Ravens. And guess what happens? You turn it all around.
Oh, man. Now Kansas City is all back in. And all we're going to hear this week is this is why you never count Kansas City Chiefs out. This is the reason why it doesn't matter if they get off to a slow start, a bad start. It doesn't matter because these are the Kansas City Chiefs who can get the job done and take care of business when when the time is needed, when it's their turn. They can turn up the Jets, and that's what they're going to say about us. So thank you.
Listen, one last thing. Listen. It's crazy how last week everybody's like, calm down. We only 1-2. The world ain't over. We got so much of the season left. And we do this every year. We only this, we only that. Now we only 1-3 and what? Don't think Houston's gonna be an easy game. Don't think that the Rams are going to be an easy game. There's a possibility we could come out of this 2-4 before the bye.
That's awful. That's awful to think. Thank you again for the donation.
Appreciate
it. For those of you who are watching, thank you. If you want to ensure that we get to your comment, you can leave a donation. That way we won't miss it because we've got a lot going on trying to look through different screens and toggle between our guests. And so if you have a comment, you don't want to get on Zoom, that's fine. you can certainly hit the donation button and leave a donation. Our next super chat comes from Brandon E with the $1.99 donation. Thank you. His comment is simple. Fire Harbs and EDC. Appreciate the support. Listen.
Facts. I've been saying
It's
this since
time.
2012. Since 2012.
It's time. It's really time. Let's bring on our next guest. And, so just in case you are just now tuning in, we are bringing up guests tonight. If you want to call in, there is a pinned link in my chat, and there's also a pinned link in Hendo's chat. You can click the link and join us and come and share your thoughts on these Baltimore Ravens via Zoom. But for now, we are going to bring in our next guest. I don't know my next guest's name, but we'll learn it together. Let's go. All right. Good evening. All right. Are you there?
Caller, are you on the line?
Caller, you on the line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Are you there?
Oh, hey. Yes, I'm here. I'm just sad right now.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, no.
Hold on one second. Let me see if I can add. If you are backstage right now, other than Carl, if you can please make sure that your phone is muted, that would help us out a great deal. Anyone else other than Carl, please mute your phone and we'll bring you on and then you can let us know what you think about our Baltimore Ravens. All right, go ahead, Carl. Let us know. What are you thinking about our team?
I think this season is done at this point and there's no playoffs even happening. We are in a state where we are quitting mid-game against the Chiefs, which is bad. Lamar's not even hurt. He just has a headband and a towel. All the injuries around that happened today with Nate Wiggins in the elbow, which was actual effort, hurt. Justice Hill saved his job with the 70-yard touchdown. He's not going to get fired, even though he was asked the whole season. He's good.
Yeah.
Keaton Mitchell needs to come back, but he's going to probably get asked for a trade, which I would too, because there's no way I was this good and then you sit me and then think I'm not going to go somewhere else to have my talent be explored. Lamar is going to go for a trade because he's done with this thing.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's going to retire. D-Hop's going to retire. Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah.
The castle is done. There's no more castle. This is going to be a black hole of talent for like a good couple years.
Wow, Carl. I can't even argue with you. You make very good points. The state of this team.
Oh my God.
I'm going to ask you kind of the same thing I asked the last caller. Where do we go from here right now? Where do we go? Is there a way? And I know you said the season's over. Is there any way that you think that we can salvage this season?
We have to have an entire team franchise meeting and it's basically have Harbaugh say, you know what, I was wrong about it not being a Super Bowl or bust year, because when he said that it's not that kind of year.
Yeah.
It was already over in the beginning. He set the tone of not trying for anything else. What's the point of playing a game if you're not playing to win? The whole point is to finish the season at the end of the year at the Super Bowl. If you're not going to try for that, why even play these big 7 games in the beginning of the year and just not try to win? But beat the Browns. Oh, best game of the year for goddamn Roquan Smith. And then during the Lions game, on the third play of the Lions, he just stood there and let, I don't know if it was Montgomery or Gibbs, just run past him for like 50 yards.
Yep.
I was like, Roquan, what do you like? No, this is Harbaugh set the tone. We are not trying this year. We're not winning this year. Lamar is like, I understand that tone. Put a wrap around my leg. I'm gonna sit down. Nate Wiggins, like, I'm still gonna try. Gets hurt. Hill, I'm gonna save my job for my next team. Sits down.
Last year's contract, he got to do something.
Yeah, he got to do something.
Yeah,
I mean,
like he's saving his job. Kyle Hamilton's is gonna, that first game of the season. I'm like, he is everywhere, doing everything, of getting everything, and then it's just been downhill. He's gonna save his job also. This is a job year for everybody on this team. I don't believe in this team right now. I like Lamar. I like this offense. I like what it was building up to. And after they got rid of Mac McDonald, it's just not been it. It's just that decision might have cursed the entire franchise.
Well, Hendo, to Carl's point, how do we get better right now? Just, what can we do?
Fire Harbaugh.
Yes.
Listen, he said it.
I know.
Super Bowl or bust. You ask that question to people, and most coaches will be like, yeah, if we don't win a Super Bowl, it's not a good year for us.
Yeah.
Harbaugh wants to play word games with people to take the onus off of himself so that when he knows he's not going to win the Super Bowl because of his own volition, that he's not a good head coach, then he has an excuse. Like, I told y'all it's not Super Bowl or bust, but we had a good year. We won 12 games. We went to the playoffs, as we always do. But when you have a roster this
We should
talented,
not make the playoffs in spite of Harbaugh. Just to spite him.
I would hope so. But I mean, the way this defense is playing, we might not have a choice. We might not have a choice.
Oh my God.
Carl, what do you think about this defense, Carl? Overall,
every missed tackle, I think we should have a new drinking game. Every missed tackle, take a shot.
No.
Best Sunday ever. Best Thursday ever. Best
No.
Monday ever. Best week ever. I promise.
At least we're not gonna feel nothing. We're gonna be numb to the whole situation.
No.
Yeah.
But Carl, last question, and I'll certainly thank you for calling in. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you come back. We'll do these again. Is there any road for us to get to the playoffs being down right now 1-3 with our schedule that lies ahead? Other than fire Harbaugh, other than that, is there a path for us to get to the playoffs?
Yeah. The same thing Ray Lewis and Ed Reed did. From what I heard, they took over John Harbaugh's whole authority in the locker room. That has to happen again this year. Yeah. And then it just has to keep going the entire year. We have to go, like, let's say Lamar comes back and we maybe drop maybe 1 or 2 more games in this upcoming salvo. The schedule is really light after the bye, which I'm surprised about. We just win all those games, we'll make the playoffs. And then at that point, we'll be facing against the Bills again and the Chiefs again and whoever else. Maybe the Chargers might come back too. And that's his brother. That's his little brother. Harbaugh loses to his little brother, he's getting fired. We don't make the playoffs, he's getting fired. Like, we lose to the Bills and Chiefs again in the playoffs, he's not going to get fired. It has to be something embarrassing for Harbaugh. Either we don't try or we try and then we get embarrassed. But to make the playoffs, we have to decide as a team to get there and like leave the coach behind. Yeah. Like he'll be there as a title and then we just do what we have to do. But that's the only way I can see it because this coach doesn't want to win. Even like from last year when Lamar threw that 50-yard pass to Bateman in the divisional round and he was at the 1-yard line, I think in the second quarter, and we went for a field goal, even though we have Derrick Henry on the 4th and 1 at the goal line. We went for 3. And like I think we were down or up at that point. But either way, it's the playoffs. This is the divisional.
No, we were down. We were down and I think we were trying to tie the score. First down, we ran Derrick Henry, he got stopped. Second down, we tried to pass to Ronnie Stanley. Third down, we tried to pass to Derrick Henry and got sacked.
Bottom line.
Last year in the divisional? Last year in the divisional?
Yeah, that's how it went. When he threw that pass to Rashad Bateman, he got down to the 2-yard line. First down, we ran Derrick Henry, he got stopped. Second down, he tried to throw it to Ronnie Stanley to the left, didn't happen. Second down, he tried to throw it to Ronnie Stanley, got sacked. Third down, it was an incomplete pass to Derrick Henry on the right-hand side. Like I've watched that game a million times. That's exactly
we should have gone straight up for it. We should have power drive in the middle for it. Just go for it.
4 straight times.
Right in the middle. I don't know, man. That red zone offense is bad. It's just, What? Yes.
I was just going to ask you last question, Carl. One word to describe how you feel about our team right now after today.
Catatonic.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
It is.
It's not good.
I get it. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Don't be a stranger when we have these call-in shows again.
Hopefully, on YouTube.
Hopefully, when we have these call-in shows moving forward, they will be a positive note. Like we'll be able to talk, and celebrate.
John Harbaugh got fired.
If that
Oh my!
happens, if that
You did?
happens, if that
You know what I'm
happens,
saying?
I want
That's what we're
everybody
doing.
to call
Oh,
in.
That's the
If that
positive.
happens, yeah.
you
If
got my
that,
hopes up.
okay.
Listen, I'm calling off from work. I'm calling off from work and having a live stream like that
No,
whole day.
I'll
Like we're
join
gonna
you.
I
start.
I'll
can't.
I'm
join you.
telling you. I'm telling y'all come join me. It's gonna be a party. I've
No.
been
I'm a
asking for
drink
this
too.
since 2012. While we
Wow.
were on the
So
road
has
to the
Ray
Super
Lewis.
Bowl.
All right. Well, thank you, Carl. We
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. We're going
Thank
to
you.
take a couple of super chats and then get into our next guest. You take care and we'll see you soon.
Indeed.
All right. So we have a couple super chats before we get into before we bring up our next guest. And we have a $2 super chat coming in from Chris. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate the support. This is the spoil that Kyle was talking about. It is. And we
Worst
should
time.
not really, we probably shouldn't even be upset that we lost. Like, I mean, I heard them making, excuses and I just turned it off in the podium, and their post game pressers like, well, what did you expect? We had a lot of our guys injured. And I said, I don't want to hear anymore. I don't. Hendo, is this the type of spoiled that Kyle was referencing?
Yeah, we lose 3 games and out of 4, the world's ending.
That's
And
right.
it is ending as far as the playoff world is. Like they're falling deeper and deeper into the abyss of missing the playoffs. If we go into this season, if we end the season with all of the hype that was surrounding this team in the offseason and we don't make the playoffs, oh my gosh, I can imagine. You thought Lion Syndicate and them was coming in here talking smack earlier.
They're going to be all up in your chat because I won't have a stream. They're going to be all up in your chat. I will
Oh, that's
not
right.
be.
You disappeared after the season over. Yeah, I forgot. You're right.
No. Free Wi-Fi. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. Thank you so much. I don't trust this team with a high draft pick. I don't trust this team with a high draft pick either because Hendo's told you already know what they're going to do. It doesn't matter that this offensive line looks completely horrendous. It doesn't matter that our D-line has very little, if any, significant depth. It doesn't matter. What they're going to do, corner, first round. They're going cornerback first round. Absolutely. So I don't trust them either. Yeah, Hendo, do you trust them? This team with a high draft pick?
Trust them for what? We have bypassed generational stars to get guys that they wanted. And not to pick on your boy Odafe Owe. Like what I'm saying is with him, even if he turned out to be something extraordinary, he was a project. He was a guy coming out of college that they didn't know what they were going to get out of him. But instead of fortifying the offensive line, even though they traded Orlando Brown Jr., they said, you know what? Lamar will get by with the protection he's going to get by with. We're going to get this edge rusher and hope that he develops into something. And this is the type of things that they do. They experiment on offense, but on defense, if they feel that they have a weakness, they quickly address it. Now, this time we have so many injuries going on. I don't know how much they can address and how quickly they're going to be able to turn this thing around. We can't get to the bye quick enough. When the season started, we all thought, wow, week 7 bye, like
that's too early.
We're not used to having it too early, but right now we need that bye to get this ship turned around. And I think if we lose 2 more games, John Harbaugh will be fired and they will make a change during the bye week. That's my prediction.
All right.
Yes,
all right.
EDC's messed up a lot. He's not that good.
We have a $10 super chat from Heather. Thank you so much, Heather, for the support. We do appreciate it. Yolanda, Hendo, do you think we should tank, especially with all the injuries? For me, I'm gonna say no. I don't want to tank, but I do see the benefit in us tanking. I do see the benefit, but then on the other end of that is we tank, we get a great draft pick, and just like Free Wi-Fi said, even if we do, I don't trust this team to do the right thing in drafting the players that we need, the ones that are impactful. Someone said earlier in the stream, you build around the trenches. I don't trust them to do that. So I'm going to say no. Hendo?
I'm going to say no as well. We don't have to tank. We're just losers. Like, we're going to lose anyway. Like, we ain't got to tank. Like, we're trying and we're losing. What do we have to tank for? We're playing hard and we're losing. So we just continue doing what we're doing and just end up where we end up.
Well, All right, we're going to bring in our next caller. We have a few remaining. We're going to ask that the callers, we're going to keep them to about 2 to 3 minutes just because we have several and it's already 8:40 and I got to go to work in the morning. So we're going to bring in the next caller. Let me see who is next. Right here, I think. Let's see. Hopefully this works. Let's give it a try. We're going to give it a whirl. Let's see. It did. Manny. Hey there, Manuel. How are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hey there. Thank you
Hey,
for joining. What do you think about the state of our team?
Yolanda, you might want to put earmuffs as well as a
As long as
jacket.
and one other thing, no profanity, but you can have it. Just anybody calling in, no profanity. But I'm gonna cover my ears. But go ahead.
State of this team is horse shit to the
Wait, Manny. I
max.
just said no swear words, and he didn't. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. We just might. Yeah, okay. We're gonna keep the language clean, callers. Just please keep the language clean. Express yourself. Absolutely. Tell me the state of this team. Go ahead, man.
The state of this team is bleep bleep.
Okay, we'll go with
Let's-
that. We'll go with that. You leave that to your imagination to figure out what bleep bleep means. But
Yeah.
what can we do?
I mean, sorry, but I just saw not just Lamar. I saw Roquan. I saw Stanley. I saw a bunch of players just quit on Harbaugh. And the fact that we literally, like, them players quitting on Harbaugh because, oh yeah, magically a hamstring. Roquan said magically a hamstring. You like half the defense, magically a hamstring. When they were showcasing their last plays, like there's no hamstring. Like maybe like why? Like Hendo said, they're gonna start questioning did Lamar quit? Lamar obviously quit as well as half the team because they have seen this movie for too long. For too long, they have seen Harbaugh trying to win his way, and his way has been studied and taped and retaped. And that's why Andy Reid always beats him. Why Sean McDermott always beats him. Why his brother knows the formula. He may not have the players, but he knows the formula of how his brother John plays. So he knows it like I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna bounce back. Just like that. And like Hendo said, and many, Harbaugh has to go for a change. You don't want Harbaugh gone? The season is over. Plain and simple. And speaking about draft picks, you know why they don't work, Hendo?
Why is that?
Harbaugh. It's not the front office because after the Super Bowl, Ozzie Newsome was the general manager. But who was the head coach? Who was the one that said, I need this player? John Harbaugh. How many offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators have we had with John Harbaugh after the Super Bowl?
A lot.
Like, yes, a lot. And before the Super Bowl, it was what, only 2? Like we had Rick Swarm for 1 year, and then it was someone else the rest of the way.
You talking about the last Super Bowl? Before the last Super
Yes,
Bowl?
the last Super Bowl. Like Rex Ryan was on 2008, and then he had to leave because he was hired as the head coach of the Jets.
Jets.
And then that defensive coordinator stuck with us the rest of the way until the Super Bowl. And offensive coordinators, we only had 2. That was Cam Cameron, and then we fire him and get Peyton Manning's ex-head coach.
Jim Caldwell.
Yeah. That was before we won the Super Bowl. After we won the Super Bowl, after Ray Lewis retired, Ed Reed went out. Suggs tried to stay there and, try to be Harbaugh's friend, but he knew, like he knows Harbaugh's not it. He's not. He doesn't allow dogs in house because he feels threatened on his ego when he doesn't realize. And you see it. You can ask Sid Tally that he's a coach. You can ask anyone that has played football. There's a head coach, and then there's the dogs. And the dogs always keep the team in line. It's like, okay, if the head coach is losing it, you know what? Let's go and win it. Not for the head coach, but for us, for the team. Have it there. Harbaugh says, no, 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 because that threatens my ego. And because that threatens my ego, you're out the team. I mean, you saw it with Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
A plain dog. Hey, no, I don't want dogs. You
He's
out.
gone.
Yeah.
You gone.
Anquan Bolden
It's a factor. The
hollered.
simple fact is that Harbs doesn't allow the players to be themselves for as much as he preaches it.
He's a player's coach.
I'm
right?
sorry, but if he doesn't go, consider the season over. Consider Lamar asking for a trade. Henry retires. D Hub retires. That's it.
Yeah. One word to describe how you feel about our team right now after watching this game and seeing how the season has unfolded. What would the word be?
Disappointment. The greatest collection of talent in the NFL ever. And it's wasted. It's wasted because of Harbs, because of his ways. EDC knows it, Bishotti knows it, and it's time for them to actually make the hard call. I don't care how much buddy you are with him. One thing is friendship, another thing is work. And if
Business.
you're not functioning on work, bye-bye. I'm sorry, but bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Manny. We appreciate you calling in, and we have several other new callers. If you are waiting in the lobby, if you can please mute your mics, please mute your mic. That would be very helpful. Otherwise, we're going to pick up the feedback. So please mute your mic. Zoom users back there, please mute your mic. Well, Manny, thank you. Please don't be a stranger. We'll have these call-in shows.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah,
and sorry
absolutely.
for the bleep word.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Just want to make sure that we keep it, keep the language. My mom watches the show, and I don't want her to be like,
All right,
they're
yeah.
arguing. So I don't want to hear.
We can't offend Mama.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. Thank you. Hendo,
What's
listen,
up?
we're gonna bring in our next guest, but he made, these callers are making very good points. Do you think that we can really do anything absent the entire team just kind of saying revolting, like, no, Harbor, we're not doing this?
I
Is there
mean,
anything
no,
we can
because
do?
this team's not going to revolt. Lamar's too nice of a guy, and the rest of them are followers. You see, Kyle Hamilton got paid. Now he's a company man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't have anybody that's going to stand up for us. And when we did have the mutiny in 2012, Ray Lewis wasn't around. Ray Lewis was actually out injured, and he had to be told of what happened. So yeah, we don't have guys on this team that's going to step up and do things for the betterment of the team. Nobody's going to say, you know what, this season isn't going the way that we had planned it to. We got to change. We got to come together as us, because these coaches aren't going to do it. And Lamar, if he has to take full autonomy of this offense and get out of those dumb Todd Monken plays, because it amazes me how you can have a two-time MVP, multiple Pro Bowler, multiple All-Pro, and they're like, yeah, I think we're going to let him be able to call audibles at the line of scrimmage. Like, what? You're allowing him now?
Oh, I know.
Like, that should have been automatic. So to me, I don't think that there's too much that can be done right now unless we get a new head coach and change the culture.
Yeah. All right, we're going to bring in our next guest, and our next guest is a person that you see on the show. At least I see him all the time. So I'm interested to finally meet Kamal Porter. Hi, Kamal. Hey there. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. And Jack, I see you. You've been waiting patiently. You are next. Don't worry. I thank you. All right. Kamal, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
I don't even know.
Aww.
I'm happy my Crimson Tide got the win last night. So
Sure. We're Hendo and I are Gators fans, so like I'm just
False.
teasing. Okay, Hendo like those losing Seminoles. But anyway, Kamal, what is wrong with our team? What's the problem?
I don't know. I really don't know, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating every week, and I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Do you think that that we can get this ship in sailing in a better direction this season? Or do you think that this is kind of like we just wave the white flag and surrender? And just...
I don't know, because I don't know. I love this team to death, and they make me mad, and I don't know. I'm back to sipping the purple Kool-Aid like in like 24 hours. I'm over the loss,
Mm.
but I'm not over this loss, right? Quite yet, but
Yeah, no. I don't know that I'm going to be over it in 24 hours. And I think the reason why this one is hard for me, Kamal, is because we were going up against a Kansas City Chiefs team that was beatable. That by
right,
all accounts, we could have, if we were playing at a much better level, we could have beaten them. This is not Kansas City Chiefs that we were playing 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So that's why this one stings, because you should have won this one.
we should have won. We could have beat them. We
We
could have
could
beat them.
have. And what would that have done to build our confidence? What would that have done to build the morale in this team? What would that have done to build like the brotherhood, that which I think right now we're just disconnected. So I don't know. That's why I think this one is going to sting a little bit more than 24 hours for me. But Hendo, what do you think? You know, from what Kamal is sharing with us.
I mean, you're right in the fact that, if we'd have won this game, hamstrings would have healed a little bit faster. Guys would have a little bit more spry. I'm just saying, but for me, I'm not gonna get over this loss. I mean, I understand that. I wish I could be like you and get over this after 24 hours. I'm
It's
kind of
gonna hurt.
numb right now.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah,
Facts, but I'm kind of numb right now because it's the same thing over and over. We're not
right.
prepared for games. We are totally undisciplined. Like these flags, we've kind of tailored them back the first 3 games, but every now and again, especially in a big game, they rear their ugly head. And it leads back to one thing, like Manny said, after the Super Bowl, we've had countless offensive coordinators, countless defensive coordinators, and none of those guys, if you look at any of them outside of Gary Kubiak, who was not a John Harbaugh hire, has been guys that would not threaten his job. They have been guys who no other team would be like, yeah, I need to go get this guy to be an innovator on my team. So we get these lackluster coordinators. We got a head coach that doesn't know it from Ionola. And yeah, that's for you, Yolanda. I didn't curse.
Thank you.
And it's just repetitive year after year. And we just keep making the same excuses. Well, if we get more defense, if we draft these guys, if we get this free agent on defense, we're going to do this. And every year it's the same thing. We get off to a disappointing start or a disappointing part of the season, get to the playoffs and lose. Now, this may be the season we actually have Lamar Jackson for a full year and don't make the playoffs.
I'm just tired of being disappointed. Every single season, we have a good team on paper. Then when we get to the playoffs, we just poop the bed. And I got here from my Steelers sister, my Kansas City fan neighbor. It's annoying.
But it's like, Kamal, with this one, we're not even waiting until the playoffs to start, being a
It
bad
happened in the
team.
regular season.
You know?
We usually dominate the regular season.
Exactly. So now we're just saying, forget postseason. We're just going to look disheveled, disjointed during the regular season. So.
Yeah, I'm truly disappointed that they quit. I don't care who they quit on. It's the fact
Y'all
that
really think they quit?
Bruh, like just from the body language. From the body language, it just seems like people quit.
Y'all did look sad.
Yeah, like we're 4 games into the season, and we were into midway through the third quarter, and you just see guys coming out dropping like flies. Now, granted, I have a little more respect, even though I respected him, for Nate Wiggins. He played hard till the end. You can't say that for other guys. You can't say that for $100 million guys that they played hard till the end. Ronnie Stanley, I can't speculate to you being hurt. Roquan, but it just seems like at the ample opportunities, guys are like, you know what? We ain't winning this game, so I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the season and just save myself for the next game.
Funny enough, I was wearing my Ronnie Stanley jersey. I took it off.
Wait, Kamal, you just say I just took that off. Like, I couldn't even get through the whole game with my Ronnie Stanley jersey. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. Thanks for calling in, Kamal. Tell us kind of, if you had to express how you feel about the Ravens in maybe one sentence, a full sentence, what would you say how you feel 4 games into the season?
All right, Dan.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should be better. We should be better than this. And now the damn Steelers might win the division now. So
Well, they are. I mean, no might in that, Kamal. I mean, we're not even within striking distance at this point. But, anything's
the Vikings
possible.
can't do one job.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in the cellar. And
We
my
are.
brother's a Steelers fan.
So
My sister's a Steelers fan, and
Yeah,
earlier
fine.
she was like, "Y'all can come back. Y'all can come back." I was like, "We blew like a 45 lead to the Bills. We not coming back."
we're not coming back. No, that's all right. That's okay. Thank you, Kamal. Thanks for calling
Appreciate
in. Good to place a
Yep.
voice when I see the avatar. So don't be a stranger when we have these shows. I want to see you back, okay?
And
I
don't believe in
will.
them Oreos.
Awesome.
Oh God, don't get me started on them.
Thank you. We're going to take our
Appreciate
next caller. Thank you very much. Our next caller has been waiting extremely patiently. And so I appreciate you,
Appreciate it.
Jack. I appreciate you. We are bringing Jack on to the show. Hey, Jack, how are you?
What's up?
What's up, you guys? How you doing?
Doing great. Thank
yourself?
you for being here.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Well, I was having a good day till I wasn't, but it's funny you
Yeah.
guys were talking about the Steelers. Raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, diehard Ravens fan my whole life, so
Yeah.
I've been holding it down out here. But
Ah,
it's tough, especially when my team disappoints me like this. This was a terrible, terrible performance.
Jack, what do you have to say about this team right now?
So it's funny. You guys were talking. Everyone's talking about Harbaugh, and listen, I've seen through this dude for so many years. I always thought he was a phony. So like,
Mm.
to see everyone complaining about him now,
Damn.
he doesn't even call the plays for our team. He's a special teams coordinator, this, that, whatever. Our special teams aren't even good. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And then,
Right.
all he contributes to the team is who's got it better than us. Like, I'm sick of that. So I'm done with the whole John Harbaugh stuff. Like, he doesn't coach at all. The bigger problem I have seeing this season is Zach Orr. I actually had big hopes for him because I see Mike McDonald. His first year as a D coordinator was up and down, and then his second year was the 2023 Ravens, where we seen us dominate. So I thought with this roster, Zach Orr has no excuses. I see big number 99 in coverage today. Why is Odafe Oweh dropping back in coverage? Are we serious?
That made no sense, Jack.
I thought, and Mike Green against the Lions, I'm like, we have the best secondary on paper. I thought, why are we what are we doing with
our edge rushers? What are we doing?
Zach Orr needs gone. John Harbaugh's needed gone for years now. Monken's play calls getting stale. Give up on the run in the first half. We get down, we forget our identity, and then we just have Lamar play hero ball. It's like he can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even blame him for giving up. I'd probably put a Gatorade towel around my hamstring too if I had to do everything. And you know what I mean? What are we expecting out the guy?
Right.
He's a great player, but he's not. It's crazy.
And-
Losing
and
our
he-
identity. We're spineless.
Facts.
Facts. That's so, like, Jack, I mean, you're telling the truth, and I can't argue with you, but it's tough to hear, and the truth hurts.
Does it?
Yeah, no,
The
it's
truth hurts. I mean,
Does it?
it does. It does
I've been
because
I've been on fire John Harbaugh campaign for over 10 years. For over 10 years.
No,
Because I've seen he's a cheerleader and a politician. He gets in these press conferences, and the same things he said in 2015, he's saying today. Like, that doesn't translate, bro. Like, it's a game-to-game situation. Stop making excuses and get your team better. Oh, we're gonna be better. We're gonna stack. We're gonna do this next week and try to whatever. Make the team better. You have too much talent on this team to perform this way week in and week out, especially when we lose to lesser competition.
exactly. He takes no accountability either. Is the thing I noticed about him. He'll get out coached, make terrible situational decisions, and then nothing falls on him. You know what I mean? He just kind of says, we need to play better, which kind of put it on the players, which I don't like.
Yeah.
He needs out. We need a clean house. I mean, again, Zach Orr's terrible. I think Harbaugh's been terrible. And I think Monken, I forget who was saying, or the one guy that was the Buccaneers
DSQ.
fan was saying,
DSQ.
he was saying, like, it's right. I mean, he puts Justice Hill in the game, and it's like, it's a telltale sign. That's who he wants in the game for passing downs. Like, our offense is so predictable. Like, I can sit and watch the game and pause it in front of any play and tell you if it's a run or pass to 90% accuracy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's, yeah.
just based on the personnel, if you're a D coordinator, you watch, like, you should know if they're running or passing the ball just by who they have in the game. We have telltale signs what we're running. It's like it's just getting stale. There's 3 years of film out on it now, and we haven't tweaked the offense at all. So it's like it's just, I mean, if Lamar covers up so many holes on our offense, he makes our offense look good. But like, I mean, you see today, like you put Cooper Rush in, you put anyone that's not the best player in the league in,
Yeah.
the boats, like everyone would have been gone. Lamar's just saving people's careers, and I don't even blame him for giving up. And it kind of reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember at the end of Greg Roman's coaching career, when Lamar got injured, he had that foot injury, I think, one year. And I think he was probably healthy towards the end, but he was like, no, I'm not playing. And Greg Roman got out of there. So I hope we can make changes before we have to have our best players sit out, but it might have to be what it comes to. I'm sick of it.
I was just about to ask you, what is it going to take to bring change?
I think it's clear house. I think it's clear house again. I mean, I don't see us getting any better. Lamar's in the peak of his career. Like the players can do so much. And I'm not usually one just blame coaches, but I think we have a talented enough roster on paper, and again, offense again stale, and defense, I don't even know what's going on. It's just terrible. So
yeah, I agree. Because first of all, there's tape out on Monken from when he was with Tampa Bay and Cleveland. He's running the same offenses. That's why he's not the head. That's not why he was not the offensive coordinator with them. He got fired. Then with Zach Orr, the difference between him and Mike Macdonald is Mike Macdonald was a coordinator before. Zach Orr has never been a coordinator at any level of football. So this is a learning experience to him. And you as a head coach that has a team that's on the verge of a Super Bowl, you want to experiment with a defensive coordinator that doesn't have any experience. You want to experiment with an offensive line that's just not any good. That's not how you treat a franchise quarterback. And if I were Lamar, I'd be like, yo, what are y'all doing? I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. What are you doing? What is the purpose of the moves that you're making? And EDC, I think he doesn't get enough of the credit for the failure of this team because he has so many draft picks. He signed so many guys. He's made a couple trades that have worked out for us. But overall, the collection of this team, we can see right now the depth that everybody said we had, that they praised him for. Where's this depth at? Because the backups are failing horribly. The starters are failing. So all in all, I think we need a structural and a foundational change when it comes to this organization. But Bisciotti likes continuity. He likes keeping things the same. And nothing's going to change. And unfortunately, EDC can't fire Harbaugh, so he can bring in a head coach that's his guy. That is one of the flaws that I think they have in the dynamic of the front office.
Yeah, you're right. You look at this roster on paper, and it's Super Bowl bound, and you want to start experimenting with D coordinators and stuff. Like, come on, this dude hasn't proven himself at all. Like, you're exactly nail on the head with that. It's crazy how this front office is thinking. So,
yeah.
Again, Lamar covers up a lot of weakness, but he can only do so much. So,
yeah. Thanks. And what do you have to say? Last thing, and then I'll let you go. But thank you again for calling in. But
appreciate it.
What do you think that Lamar is? What type of flack or heat do you think Lamar is going to take this week in mainstream media?
The media is insane, and I'm not even going to speak on why it is or what it is, but it's insane how they paint him out to be. I saw a graphic today that was, I don't know, like it's just like they pick and choose stats from Josh Allen's career, Patrick Mahomes' career, and just put them up on some pedestal and whatever it is. Like, this is not Lamar's fault at all. Like, he is the most talented quarterback of all time. Like, if you watch him play, I've watched every snap of his career. Like,
if you are,
it's just insane. It's insane. And sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to ask, if you are waiting in the lobby, if you can mute your phones, please. If you can mute your phones. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Wanted to make sure I heard what you were saying.
Yeah, national media is just, I mean, they've been way off Lamar since, I mean, even go back to the combine days, running routes, trying to get him to run routes as wide receiver. Like, that's miss us with that. That's insane. So I don't even tune into that stuff anymore because you realize, they're just there for clicks. They're there for whatever. But national media is off with that.
Awesome. And what's crazy is when they tried to justify Josh Allen's MVP, they put up the stat, but the stat was Lamar's stat, not Josh Allen's. And that kind of tells you they don't know what they're doing. They don't care. They just have a narrative to push.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Josh Allen definitely, it is what it is, though. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jack. Thanks so much
Appreciate
for joining, calling in. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you call in again. Hopefully the next time you call in will be, celebrating something. But
new head coach.
Yep. Sounds good.
All
Let's
right.
hope. Let's hope.
All
Have a
right.
good one,
You
guys.
too. Take
Appreciate it.
care.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
All right. We have a couple of super chats we're going to get to,
I'm
and
gonna
then
do
we
what?
have 1, 2, 3. We have about 6 or 7 more callers. If you have,
Jesus.
I know. We're going to try and get through everybody. We're going to speed through them because my goal was to be done by 9 o'clock, and we well past that. But I know we got to get everything out. It's a lot. This team, ugh. Anyway, let me get through a couple of super chats. I'm going to bring in Jaylen next. And then after that, we have Blair and then Jared, and then we'll keep going down the list. But thank you all. We do appreciate it. This team. We have a super chat, 199 from Jeff J. Thank you, Jeff. And thank you for calling
Appreciate
in. It was so nice to meet you,
Indeed.
face to face, so to speak, virtually. Jeff J comes back with another $4.99 super chat. He says, we should have put the dagger in KC on that intentional grounding. The defender came from the bullpen onto, untouched. So what are we doing? What are we doing as a team? I just don't know. Let me bring in our next guest. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the donation.
Appreciate it.
We're going to bring in our next guest, and we're going to keep these to about maybe 2 minutes or so, just because we have several other guests that we want to get through. Jaylen, if you can unmute yourself.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
yourself?
Thank you for calling in. What do you want to tell us about our Ravens?
The Ravens, man. I think that I knew this was going to happen. Like, I knew this was going to happen. I don't want to sound like I knew this was going to be like how we was going to start the season, but I just didn't know when. But I had a feeling it was going to happen sooner than later. Where it wasn't going to go how most people think the season is going to go. First point I'm going to make is the notion. Somebody said it, I believe. Maybe not. Somebody said it before. This Ravens team is not stacked. Like, I hated it the whole offseason. Everybody was like, this is the most talented team. Please let me know. Besides Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews. I mean, I like Zay. Zay makes plays, but it's like he's a guy. Bateman is a guy. They're not that guy. They just like, they can, they're just a guy, bro. It's like you can find another one of them. Like, you can't find another A.J. Brown. You can't find another. I wanted us to get DK Metcalf, but everybody claimed that he was swashed. But look what he did today. He took a 5-yard slant,
92
the whole
yards.
yard of the
92
field.
yards.
We don't have no players on this Ravens team that can do that. And the one player I believe that has potential to do that, they don't play, and that's Taz Walker. Taz Walker has potential to be a good player whenever he's a big play guy. Why doesn't he get more time? Why does he get more opportunities? Every time he's on the field, he makes a freaking play happen. So why isn't he getting opportunities? Why isn't Keaton Mitchell not shooting up? This dude is a bomb waiting to explode at any moment when he touches the field. Put him in a uniform and have him touch the field. See, this is the main problem with Harbaugh. He has a lot of issues, but this is my main problem with him. He isn't a control freak, and he doesn't play the best players. And I get people saying, if you speak up, you're going to get traded. Man, I'm going to watch my language.
Nope.
F all that.
Wait, okay.
F all that.
Okay.
Because why not? Why not? What else do you have to lose? Especially if you're a player like Lamar. Of course, if you're a scrub, you better stay in your line. But if you one of them guys, what do you have to lose? Oh, you gonna trade me? Cool, bet. I'm gonna go there and do my thing. What else do you have to lose, bruh? Challenge this dude, bruh. Why? How do you think that 2012 won a Super Bowl? Go watch them documentaries. Go watch them players talk about what they had to do to win the Super Bowl. How they had to tell Harbaugh basically to shut up so we can win. But nobody on this team wants to do that. And I love Lamar. I love Lamar. Like, I would defend him like no other. But I do have a bone to pick with him, and it's not about his play on the field. It's never about his play on the field. I feel like you cannot be the face of a franchise and not be a leader. he claims he's not a vocal leader. Bruh,
Mhm.
we all know in life, sometimes when you want to accomplish something real bad, you have to go out of your element. You have to be uncomfortable to get that what you want. So if that means you got to choose some people out on the sideline, not even really be rah-rah about it. Like, hold these guys accountable. Hey, bro, I need you to do better. Hey,
Right.
Harbaugh, what's going on? Let me pull you to the sideline, man. What are we doing? This is not going to win us the game. Lamar has the power to make those changes. You can get mad at me. You can disagree with me. I'm just saying, I think Lamar is the one that can do it. And right now, with the Ravens, Lamar step up to Harbaugh and step up to these players on this team, I think change can happen immediately. And that's the only thing I can say.
I appreciate it. I
I agree
appreciate it.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say, but I mean, you're absolutely right.
I just think
And
that with Lamar, I'm sorry. I just think with Lamar, for him, it's a respect thing. I think he just feels like he has respect for his head coach, and his mama taught him not to talk back, so he just doesn't. But as the leader of this team, and you see things ain't going right, you need to challenge Harbaugh and be like, bruh, the stuff you've been doing for the last 7 years hasn't been working. We need to change it. You need to go.
That's simple, man.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, thank
But
you so much for
of
calling
course,
in. What can we
Appreciate
do
it.
real quick before you get out of here? What can we do to turn this around right now,
um,
if
I
anything?
think I like the normal. It's gonna. I feel like it's still gonna play. I think we're still gonna be. I still think we're gonna win the division. The Steelers don't join the Steelers hype train. They ain't played no goddamn body yet. Their schedule about to get real tough, and we about to see what they really made of. But
True.
I think that we can still win the division. But it's not about that for me. I want us to get over the hump, get to the Super Bowl, and for us to get over the hump, I think it's gonna in the right now. In the future, we need to get over Harbaugh. But in the right now, I think it's going to take the star players of this team. I'm talking about Lamar, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, Kyle Hamilton. You know, those type of guys, the guys that really mean something. To step up and change the culture there. They have to challenge Harbaugh. If they don't, then it's going to be the regular degler. Divisional loss, AFC Championship loss.
Yeah,
That's about it.
absolutely. Well, Jaylen, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for calling in. We'll hope to hear from you again really soon, but
Of
on a
course.
much more positive note, hopefully. But
Of
thanks
course.
again.
Thank you.
You
Have a
take
good
care.
night.
All righty.
All right,
Have a
take
good
care.
night. All right. We have our next guest calling in. We have Jared. Good evening,
Ooh,
Jared. How are you?
What's good, Yolanda?
How
What's
you
good,
do?
Hendo? What's going on?
what's up, Jared?
How are you?
Oh, I'm straight. Y'all heard me on prior shows and on your show and
Yeah.
my show.
Your show.
We
Yeah.
yeah, like the other ones before me. They all of them was right, 100% right. Um, and I've said this many times. You ever been so frustrated you calm because you're tired
Mm-hmm.
of what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You got mad before
That,
that didn't do
that's
anything, and now you're calm about it. Still mad.
right,
Yeah.
right. So because we've been complaining about the offensive line, we knew nobody's gonna be. And don't get me wrong, Matabike wasn't no world beater. He wasn't the Hote Nata or
Right.
Big Sam Adams we have been used to in the past, but he is a Pro Bowl starter. But we knew if we lose him, there's really no depth,
Right.
and that goes to the front office. You putting a Daniel Falele on your roster that probably wouldn't even make a roster on another team, but because you knew him when he was at IMG in high school, and yeah, I'm just tired of the good old boy network that John Harbaugh
Facts.
portrays. And that's how Todd Monken got on. Uh, Zach Orr was hired because he didn't want another competent coach on the staff, like Hendo said, that could possibly take his job. So the problem has always been Harbaugh.
Hmm.
We just
Well,
need to get rid of Harbaugh, point blank and period.
well, being that we're probably not getting rid of him right now. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen 3, 4, 5, 6 games from now. I don't know. But at least for today, tomorrow, I mean, unless there's an announcement in the morning, turn on your post notifications just in case if there's an announcement in the morning. Then Hendo and I don't care what time it is, we're gonna be live. But being that we're probably
Right.
not getting rid of Harbaugh right now, Jared, what's the answer? Getting rid of Harbaugh?
The answer is you got to embarrass Harbaugh. That's how we won the Super Bowl in 2012. Like I know a lot of people say we don't have those leaders like Ray Lewis and Quan Bolton, but something has to happen where you have to make this dude do stuff outside the box that he doesn't normally do. Like get an offensive guard that actually blocks. Get a defensive line that actually know how to pass rush. Stuff like that. You got to embarrass Harbaugh. You got to make him look bad.
Hendo, what do you think? What?
Just fire the man.
If you're not getting rid of him.
Okay, fire Zach Orr. If you're not getting rid of him, you have to fire or demote Zach Orr. He's clearly way in over his head. And for the Chuck Pagano promote him people, no. Bring in somebody, trade for a coach. I don't care if it's unprecedented during the season. Trade for somebody that's going to come in here and actually make a difference and get this defense together. Because all the Chuck Pagano, bring him and make him the defensive coordinator, he's a part of the problem. He may not be the defensive coordinator, but he's on that staff. He has input. He's supposed to be the one that gives him advice during games. Apparently, it's not working. So we need fresh blood in here. If John Harbaugh can't go right now, bring in somebody more competent to do the job. This man just isn't it right now, and we're losing and struggling because of it. We're the Baltimore Ravens. We're supposed to be known for defense. That's supposed to be our calling card. No matter what happens, we're supposed to be able to hang our hat on that, and we can't do that right now. It's a liability.
It's embarrassing. Like we've in Hendo, and I mean we've always had questionable secondary play. Like I remember one year our secondary was close, like this year, but our defensive line overall and defense overall was good. This is the first time I've seen our defense overall, including secondary, D line, linebacker play, been horrible. So to answer your question, I know you have a lot. Or you trying to wrap everything up? A quick fix. To answer your question is to, like I said, force John Harbaugh to do what he's supposed to. But my plain answer, just to fix the whole problem, like cancer, you got to cut it out. You have to cut everything that John Harbaugh touched, from his coordinators to his coaches. You got to cut him out and then start over. And hopefully Lamar is not so tired of our organization, he'll willing to stay with us. But that's all I got. Thank y'all for having the show. I appreciate y'all.
Awesome, Jared. Awesome. And make sure to drop your link to your channel in the description box when you join back into the chat so that everybody can go over and support you and subscribe to your channel, because Jared does awesome content on all things Southern ball or sports, football. You just need to go. You just check out Jared's channel. He and his crew.
Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, Jared. We will see you soon. Yeah, we'll definitely see you soon. We appreciate it. We're going to bring in the next guest now. We're going to bring in Blair. Blair, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for waiting. We have two other guests after this, and then that is it. We're going to call it a night. Blair, are you there?
Yes. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Thank you for calling in.
I'm doing good. Absolutely.
Blair, what do you got to say about these Ravens?
Just like what I said in my super chat an hour ago, I said uninterested. But I'll make it real quick. I'm still gonna be a Ravens fan for life. But this team is it's discombobulated, if you could say the least. Just watching John Harbaugh on the sideline, when they cut the camera to him, his mouth is wide open. I'm like,
every time.
Is this really who he is? Like it's mind-boggling. And to say the least, if you guys watched the movie Drumline, I don't know if you ever saw it, but it's a good movie. Go give it a watch. When Dr. Lee had told the people, one band, one sound, If one of us is late, then we're all late. If one of us looks and sound bad, then they all look and sound bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just watching the team, and for that reference, it's like the team isn't on one accord with one another. And it's got to be some change within that organization, especially the front office. I kind of like what Eric DaCosta did for these past few seasons with the draft that he has done and stuff like that. But I think that he doesn't value the offensive line as he should, like most teams would. And it's kind of made me upset the way he goes about things. But Steve Bisciotti, he has to stop being buddy with the people in the front office. He got to stop being buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's hard to leave a relationship since John Harbaugh bought us a championship or got us a championship, or a matter of fact, not got us a championship. The players did for him in 2012. But I feel like there needs to be some change going on. But I don't know what they should do. I was kind of hopeful we could have gone for Michael Parsons, but knowing for the fact that we wouldn't pay him $47 million, and take some draft picks and do that type of stuff. But it's like, I don't know. I just want to hear you guys' point, because I've been a fan for almost 20 years, since I was 6 years old, and I've never seen a team play this bad like my team, and it's kind of frustrating. But at the same time, I'm still gonna be watching. But it's some point it has to be a change. Zach Orr. Now people are going to probably think about, okay, well, we started bad with our defense ranking in the top 32nd in the league last year, and then the last 10 games last season we became the first or second team ever in defense for that season. But I'm thinking to myself, like, this year is not like last year, because we started 1-2 last year. Now we're 1-3. Hendo and Yolanda, I'm very nervous. I think I put a super chat in last week as well about the Detroit Lions and our passing game as well, our pass defense. And we clearly we didn't want to come up and play. But yeah, to make it short, I just think that there needs to be some reinforcement. I wish that John Harbaugh was able to take a Jim Harbaugh route and be able to learn from his younger brother to see what he can pick from his to be able to pick from his brain, to be able to go ask him, hey brother, what's making you guys so successful for your squad and your team over there? What things can I pull from you guys? Like, I'm not trying to copy what your knowledge is, but I just want to take a little piece and be able to add it to my squad to give them that extra step. I had a guy at work that comes in every week at my job, and he's like, Blair, how do you feel about that Buffalo Bills game? And I said, man, that game pretty much showed what this season is going to be about. That just giving up 18 points with less than 5 minutes. And I told him, I said I couldn't sleep. I literally couldn't sleep. And this watching that game, and then I just thinking to myself, this might be what it's going to be like this year with our defense playing poor the way it is. And last thing, man, Keith Mitchell, I feel bad for him. I really do. I really do. This brother has recovered from his injury, and he stays 100%, which he is, because I watched him during that preseason game against the Colts.
Yeah.
And he did say he's running about 23 miles per hour again. Just to see him on the sideline, not in uniform, I feel bad for him. It's like, well, what am I doing here? If you're same for Jair Alexander, he's not been good in coverage because he's recovering from that knee injury himself. But if you're going to sit a guy, why are you sitting to build his confidence? Why are you sitting him on the sideline, let him build his confidence by watching, instead of him getting some action by splitting in different defensive packages to get him some looks? But I mean, it's a lot of things going on in this organization. But I will always be a Raven fan no matter what. Where I live, I currently live in Delaware, and we have lots of Eagles fans that like to talk and stuff like that. They're rude and disrespectful. But I'm always be a Ravens fan for life. But yeah, that's my rant. But I hope before the bye week we can at least go. I don't know. I feel like the Texans game is pretty much a get right game. But just like you guys said early on in your stream, that any team that plays us, they feel like, okay, well, this is like a little exercise team that we can go up against and beat, because we're not scared of them anymore.
Right.
And I feel like C.J. Stroud and that offense and DeMeco Ryans are going to find a way to run a lot of. If Lamar's able to play, I hope he does. But just like the last caller has said about Cooper Rush, I don't want to see that brother on the field. I'm sorry. I just don't want to see him on the field. You know, what he did in Dallas is Dallas, but he knows in Baltimore it's a different system.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to get your guys' thoughts on, do you think Steve Bisciotti is being a little too buddy, or do you guys think that Steve Bisciotti likes John Harbaugh so much he's afraid to let him go, and he's afraid of John Harbaugh's reaction if he does get fired, and he'll get mad at the front office and stuff like that. But thank you guys.
Thank you for
Thank you.
calling in, Hendo. What do you think to his question?
No, I don't think that he's too buddy about it. Steve Bisciotti built his business, his billion dollar business, on continuity, keeping things the same, keeping the same people around. He's comfortable with having John Harbaugh around, and one thing he knows about having John Harbaugh as the head coach is this organization is going to make money, which is the only thing that's really important to him. He doesn't really care about winning the Super Bowl. He just cares that his organization is profitable. John Harbaugh keeps things profitable. Like most people, he's like, if I let him go, who am I going to bring in? Are we still going to win these games? Are we still going to sell out? And blah, 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 whatever. I just think that there comes a time, even as an owner, where you say, you know what, we're stuck, and the fans are starting to turn, because all of the things that we've been saying over the last 4 years, the other side is starting to come to our side and see, hey, maybe they were right about some things, and people are going to the games less and less, and people are buying gear less and less. So this may prompt him to actually decide to do something else, because what he's doing ain't working. And to your point earlier about Zach Orr and the defense last season, the only reason after week 10 that they actually had a turnaround was because of the teams that they played. They played, who they played? Carolina, no, Jacksonville, somebody. They played a bunch of bottom feeding teams, the New York Giants. They played Pittsburgh twice. They played teams that weren't very good passing the ball. So that's why they went up in defensive ranking. It wasn't anything Zach Orr did. And Zach Orr from last season to this season statistically has gotten worse with the inflection of more talent. Yeah. So somebody in the chat was like, oh, you got to let these young guys coach. Now, I believe that's true, but when you come into a situation with no experience, now if he had been a coordinator somewhere else and he's going through the process, cool. He's never been a coordinator. You brought in 2 ex-defensive coordinators to help him out. So apparently even the team does not believe in him. And if John Harbaugh sticks by this man and lets this guy run this defense into the ground, he and Zach Orr need to go.
Facts. Thank you, Blair, for calling in.
Appreciate you.
I listening to you, you made, great points. So I don't know what to say about this team other than I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. Like you said, you're a fan. You want more. You expect more from this team, and this is what we're getting week after week. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But keep your head up.
We'll be
That's
all
all I can tell you.
We'll be
all right.
We'll feel better. We'll feel better in a couple of days.
We'll feel better. Well, thank you, Blair. Call in again soon. Next time we have a call-in show, please make sure to come by and share your thoughts with us.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to add our next guest. We have 2 more. We have Marcus, who has been waiting patiently. Thank you.
Yeah, super chat.
Okay, Marcus. Here we go. Marcus, good evening. How are you?
It's good.
Hey, what's up, Yolanda? What's up, Hendo?
Hey there. Thank you for calling in. How you doing?
Man, I don't know right now.
Aw.
John Harbaugh. That's all. No, for real. It's bad. It's like there's malpractice out there what's going on the team. Like everybody had these high expectations and saying we had the best roster, we had the best coaching staff, we had the best everything. We had people like Michael Phelps and Ray Lewis come and talk to us, and it just seemed like we don't want to play no more. It feel like John Harbaugh got this, team on a stale path. Like this team don't want to play under him, and so right now he needs to go. Like seriously, he needs to go.
Yeah, but what's the likelihood of them cutting ties with John Harbaugh like tonight? Like as soon as they land
No,
in
I mean
Maryland?
they're not going. I mean they're not gonna let him go like right now or even after the bye. They're gonna let him go after the season. But right now we can't continue having the same problems every year. Every year is the same issues, it's the same problems. It's failing to put the best players on the field. You having players that could contribute on this team, and you got them in this like phantom doghouse, and it's like we need to do more. Like he need to do more. Like and every time it's funny. Like I really paid attention the last 4 games, and when he speaks for like during the halftime interviews, he don't
Mm-hmm.
sound like convincing. He don't sound like, oh, we're gonna make changes, we're gonna adjust. It's just like we just need to do what we need to do. And I feel like in the locker room, players get tired of that because I'm not gonna say I used to be an athlete. Like I used to play high school, I used to play college. When you
Mm-hmm.
hear a coach just don't give you no energy, it's the same old, same old. Players stop playing.
Mm.
Players really stop playing. And I'm not saying none of the players quit. You understand? Because I don't want to put that on players because they
Yes.
actually putting their whole body, their
Yes.
whole
That
body out there
helps.
on the field. But at the same time, that I believe Lamar Jackson just say, yeah, I'm not playing this fourth quarter? Probably so. Probably so. Because, usually those type of things, you don't see Lamar just sitting out like that and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But but after this year, I think it's just a clean house. Marlo not gonna be here next year. I think Marlo done.
Mm-hmm.
Roquan done. Um, I don't think we signed Travis Jones. Mark Andrews done. It's just like everybody's done. Like even like we people like waiting on like a fullback and Patrick Carr, but like most likely I feel like he got like a Achilles tear or something, or whatever Chris McCaffrey had last year. Because how you be out for a calf muscle and you playing fullback, so that's not really you doing a whole bunch of movement, and you
Right.
out for 2 months off a cat injury, yeah, it's
Mm.
something worse. And the injury is worse than that. So it's just like this team need a whole rebuild, like
Mm-hmm.
from the top, from the head coach, all the way down to like from the people play on the bench. Because like you bring if you saying this team stacked, why not when these players get injured, players don't play up to par the bench plays. I do want to give a shout out because he did play hard when he did get his opportunity. I think also the with that rookie name, Martin, I think he actually is a little bright spot. He did play well for the only limited time he got in after Marlo got hurt. So I
Right.
do think there are people. I just think we just out of position. I think this defense is. I don't think it's old. But the key players that we wanted to make the players is old. Like we kind of on Marlon Humphrey, who's like almost 30. Roquan, who almost 30. You understand? Calvin Noyd, almost 30. We talking about older players, and they can't keep up no more. You could
Mm-hmm.
tell they cannot keep up on the field no more playing this type of game. And like going back to John Harbaugh, it's just a complete failure by him because you allow the offensive line been an issue since Stanley got injured 2020, week 6. It's been an issue. You have not fixed it. And every time the offensive line been bad, you don't put people in to replace it. So that's on EDC too. You don't have good backups to replace the bad
Right.
starters because there's no point of having Voorhees and Farley in the game when
Mm.
you see them every practice playing horrible, practicing horrible in the game late. You just allow like literally they blitz up the middle all game.
Yeah.
Like they literally took Detroit game plan, and
Yeah.
y'all did not know that. And
Yeah.
not even they didn't even took Detroit game plan. That's Kansas City game plan from 2023 AFC Championship game.
Yep.
Like y'all don't watch tape. Like that's like when we say John Harbaugh don't know how to coach or he like paired. That's you're
Mm-hmm.
not prepared. That
Mm.
clearly showing you're not prepared. When they run the same game plan, defensive game plan, every time you play them, and every time you play them, the first drive you do correctly. You run the ball, play action fake, you do all that. Then soon the second drive come around, you're in shotgun, and you're in shotgun all game. You don't try to run the ball again. Like for Derrick Henry to have 4 carries in the first half, that should be
Right.
Tom Munkin should be fired. That should be like what? Come on. There's like how we gonna be a team that preaches we're gonna pound the ball. We're gonna be a physical
Mm.
team. and we don't give a person who is 6'3", 250 the ball
Huh.
more than 10 times.
Make it make sense. It's
And
That's
facts.
I
our
think that's
identity.
yeah, and and like it just like it's really go down to everybody like to be comfortable. Everybody like to be have like understanding Bashadi trying to have a stable organization, but
Hmm.
sometimes things run its course. And it's too much buddy buddy for EDC, John Harbaugh. They 100 yards away from each other
Right.
as neighbors. It's just too much of that going on because there's no way in the world that EDC, you as a GM, know that your offensive line stinks and you never got any replacement or any competition, no
Mm.
competition. And it's like when I know like a lot of the Ravens fans and a lot of the Ravens podcasters during the draft process, we need corner, we need edge. And I was telling them we need guard. We need a guard. We need a guard. Because at the end of the day, even though our defense let up a lot of points, our offense is still going. And the reason why our offense and even though our reason why our offense is failing at the end of the game, because what they do is at the end of the game, they put all the pressure and pinch the defensive line into the middle where the guards is at, because they know the guards is the weak link. And when you look at the Derrick Henry fumble versus Buffalo, guard play. You look at the Derrick Henry fumble actually versus Detroit. It's really the guard play. It's literally you looking at the guard play. And
Yep.
like it was four guards that was taken in the first round. Four.
Hmm.
Four. And we had five, what, 6 round picks? And
Listen.
we got all these picks and we not using them. We don't even use these picks. Like
Ugh.
it's really malpractice what's going on with the team. I just feel like either you bring in Christian Wilkins, trade it
Hmm.
for a defensive line during the break, during the bye week. Um, I don't know. Like it's really hard to try and figure out what you do to help this team or to help this O line to get better because at the end of the day, Tom Munkin is still not going to call like pass plays that's going to be short, quick, where our receivers could get open. Like I literally like it's impossible how we have a bad offensive line, but you trying to run pass plays that routes that go 15, 20 yards downfield.
20 yards.
It doesn't
Like
make sense.
it don't make sense. And also like literally, and it's real crazy what you want to tell about a coach and what coach is all about. And I want to
Hmm.
tell you the difference of these two coaches and I on land my plane. And because both of these coaches actually come from the same coaching tree, John Harbaugh and Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott
Hmm.
and John Harbaugh was his best friends. They really was. I think they started on the Eagles the same time around 98, 99. Sean McDermott was going through the same problems in Buffalo. Buffalo been still. They finally changed the offensive coordinator. If you look at Josh Allen, Josh do not throw no long balls no more. It's been like since last year he had the lowest attempts of throwing the ball furthest down the field. All they game pass plays now is quick pass plays, quick pass plays, quick pass plays, and now
Hmm.
they run the ball more. It's
Facts.
you see the coaching philosophy. You're like, okay, we don't run the ball for number. Buffalo didn't run the ball, and they only were throwing the ball long and because they believe, Josh Allen has a strong arm, so they were throwing the ball all over the place. Well, Josh don't kept doing turnovers. Let's shorten the pass plays now and let's run the ball. Now you got
Yep.
an MVP. Now the offensive line that was looking horrible in 2022. Not say horrible, but look at average of
Yeah.
2022, average of 2023. Now they're the best offensive line because you changed your offense. We not doing that. We just keep doing like Lamar save us. That's why Lamar keep dropping back 10 yards. People, if y'all never like, I'm gonna just say a little football indication. If a quarterback is dropping back 10 to 12 yards, he already knows his offensive line can't block.
Know the beat. Yep.
He dropping back that deep for a reason.
Yeah.
And people like, oh, Lamar need to run more. Well, then what about if Lamar knew he was injured all along? Or he felt like his hamstring was, if he would push his hamstring a little bit more, it was that finally break. What about like that's why he wasn't running? Maybe he was hampered already.
Yeah, people don't want to hear that. They want to, continue to place the blame on Lamar Jackson and
Yeah.
the fact that he's the one who can't win against certain teams, Bills, Chiefs, etc. But the
Right.
reality is everything you said. We have a terrible O-line. We don't have anything going much for us in the defensive line. We don't have a pass rush. Our secondary is questionable. Our linebackers, don't get me started there, but yet and still, it's all Lamar. But we do appreciate you calling in, Marcus.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We do have one other
No
caller we're going to
problem.
take, but please make sure that you feel free to
Check.
call through. Call again. I'll get to them in 2 seconds. We do have, but please make sure to call back in again really soon, Marcus. But we have a couple of super chats that I want to get to really quickly before we bring in our last guest of the night. Super chat coming from Spiritual War Exposed.
Appreciate it.
$5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I be heated after these
Appreciate
losses,
you.
and I come here to listen to your show, and it always helps me to decompress. Well, you know what? I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. Everyone who is in here, please do us a favor, hit the like button. If you are new, subscribe to our
Appreciate it.
channels. Make
Appreciate
sure you're subscribed, join the family, turn on your post notifications, because listen, that's what we're here for. We're here to kind of provide a little bit of levity, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of just kind of,
Just
get
some
it off your
catharticism.
chest,
Just to help you just get it all out.
help you get it out, because it is frustrating watching this team. Because as every caller has said here tonight, the common thread, we should be better than what we are right now. Donovan Carter, thank you for the $10 donation. Geriatric John couldn't coach a block of ice to stay cold. He's
Yes.
going to pass
I
on
heard
that.
that.
He's, did something on the team for years. His neighbor EDC, his best buddy Steve, and the coordinators are wasting Lamar's career. Listen, that's big facts.
Thanks. And just like the last caller's point, like once the Buffalo Bills got rid of Ken Dorsey and brought in Joe Judge, changed the dynamics of the team. They said, you know what? Josh Allen is a Pro Bowl player. He's very successful, but it's not working for us. And they went out and got him somebody better. They started to run the ball. They changed their philosophy. Josh Allen cut down on the turnovers, and they got better as a team.
Yeah.
For some reason, we can't do that as the Baltimore Ravens. If we say make change, it's like, for what? For who? Let's stick to the normal.
Yeah. Anyway, we have our last caller
Thanks,
of the
Salana.
evening. Thank you so much for your patience.
Appreciate it.
And it is Salana. Good evening. I hope I pronounced it right. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
Hello.
good. Good evening.
Hey.
Thanks for calling in and thanks for patiently waiting. How are you?
Well, I'm so frustrated,
Ooh,
honestly,
tell us how you
because
feel.
it's gotten to the point where, I mean, I know I shouldn't do it, but I've stopped doom strolling. Like, I had to get off of social media because
Right.
our team keeps getting roasted so bad. It's like, why be on social media? It's like you're getting secondhand embarrassment just because your team sucks so bad right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and And another thing that's ticking me off is like I put the game on mute now because the commentators are getting on my last nerve. They keep saying this
Mm-hmm.
team is great. Or they're talking about our defense. They're saying that this defense is great, but they're not. We're not seeing the same things. I don't know what they're talking about. And I would compare them because I'm a boxing fan also. So the Ravens are like a gatekeeper. Like, they won a championship in the past, or they were great in the past, or they had potential of winning a championship or a belt, you would say. And the commentators will always be like, "Oh, they're so great," but they're always comparing their current selves to their previous, their past selves. Like that's not current anymore. We cannot think about the past Ravens because those Ravens are already retired or gone off somewhere else to another team. This isn't the same team anymore. I'm tired of hearing the same thing. Um, and I would say this: the thing with Fa'alele, for the love of God, please just give him a first class ticket. No, a coach ticket back to Australia. I am done with him. Like, please, and make sure that seat is next to the bathroom. And I hope when he's on that plane back home, a person on the plane takes a mean dump
It
so he can
Mm-mm.
know what type
okay.
of BS he's been giving us for the
Uh,
past 6 years. Like he hasn't produced. His little experiment is over.
yeah.
John, like, Fa'alele should have never been in the NFL. No other
Hmm.
team is gonna take
Mm.
him when we release him. I don't. At least I don't think anyone will. If they do, they're insane.
They'll
He's not a good player.
they'll take him just like someone took what was that other
Salah.
guy? No,
Salah.
no. Yeah, Molly
McCary.
Salah. That's it.
Salah.
Someone took
Uh,
Salah.
Mike McDonald. Mike McDonald took him.
Mike McDonald took Salah. So I
oh
think
my
I
god.
think another team might take Falele, just like someone took Molly Salah.
Well, he's a free agent after this
Mm,
season, and the Ravens aren't going to pay him. So
Yeah. So
mm.
I mean,
we'll
but
see
we're
what
the
happens.
same team that thought Alejandro Villanueva was the answer.
Oh my god.
You know, so
Ugh.
I mean, that's who we are. Look at
We're the
look at
same team. We're the same team that thought Andrew Voorhees was going to come off the scrap heap and be an all pro.
Yeah.
Okay, Salana, what
Give him
can
a
we
chance.
do?
He's going to be good. Give him
What
a
can
chance.
we do
I
right now to improve this team? To
honestly,
improve our chances
I
of going to the playoffs.
I'm not even sure, but
Mhm.
I just have a feeling that if this organization had to choose between Lamar and John
Mhm.
Harbaugh, I'm not confident that they're going to choose Lamar at all. Like,
Thanks.
they just put too much stock into John Harbaugh, and I think that anybody that challenges him, like you guys said, they get rid of him. So if Lamar was to speak up, they're going to get rid of Lamar. Like, I don't feel confident enough to say that he'll be around long
Yeah.
enough. I feel bad for the season ticket holders because
Mhm.
they got to watch this mess and experience it in real time in person.
Yeah, they paid their
Jeez.
hard-earned money for this. You
Yeah.
know, to watch a whole lot of nothing so far. I don't know. Is this
How do you,
season doomed for you? Do you think this is the end? Like this season is going nowhere?
Yeah, I don't think the season is going to go anywhere, especially if Lamar doesn't step back on the field. Like,
Yeah.
Lamar is the thing is the foundation that's actually holding this, like, building up.
Yeah.
If he's sitting, there is nothing that's going. It's going to collapse. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank
but
you so
you mean
much.
it's, you mean it's not the $100 million defensive tackle, the $100 million linebacker, the $100 million
Safety.
cornerback, or the $100 million safety? They're not the cornerstones of this franchise.
We spent so much
Interesting.
money on them. It's ridiculous.
It's
Mm,
ridiculous.
We've spent way too
mm.
much money. And, it'd be one thing if we spent the money and we were getting a return on investment. If
Yeah.
we were the best defense by a mile from any other team, okay, an argument can be made that, like, all right, you paid all this money to the defense, but guess what? They're holding teams to 3 points.
Yeah.
They're blowing, they're holding teams to, nothing. So you make an argument there, but
The Panthers blank somebody. The
Yeah.
Panthers.
They did.
we can't do that.
We can't hold people under
Nope.
20.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then I just watched George Pickens score a touchdown. We could have had that, but we needed a David Ajabo.
Don't get started on Ojabo. We had an Ojabo sighting today. We did.
No,
I don't
did
know
he
what he
record his
did. I
stats?
have to look up his stats. But Salana, thank you for calling in. What's one word that
Appreciate
you would
it.
describe how you felt as you were watching this game?
Shocked. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ashamed.
for sure. I felt embarrassed, honestly. That's how I felt. But thank you for calling
Yeah, that's a
in.
good one.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Hopefully the next time you
Thank
call
you.
in, it'll be on a much better note and we can celebrate. We can
You hate
yell
coach?
and scream and like we
I
doing
hope
it.
so too.
Yeah, I hope so. But keep the faith, keep
We
your
got
head
a
up.
real head
and
coach.
Chill.
Take care.
You too.
Alrighty.
Have a
Well,
good one.
family, listen. Thank you all to all of our callers who called in tonight. Thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all.
It just lets us know that we're all kind of feeling the same thing. Excellent callers. We appreciate you expressing your points of view. We're in this together. It's not looking good right now for us as a team, but we do have a couple of other super chats that came through. I want to get through those, and then I want to say goodnight because I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what these Ravens are doing. Donovan, thank you again for the $5 super chat. Lamar should sit out to show who the real owner of the team is. He got to stop playing nice. Your health and career is on the line. Yeah,
100%.
I agree, but I don't know that he will. I don't know that he will. And like Salana was saying, yeah, if you ask for a trade, then I'm sorry, if you ask for, kind of challenge John Harbaugh's philosophy, they're gonna be like, okay, well, we'll trade you. At this point, I don't know that Lamar would be like, well, that's such a bad thing. I mean, where I'm getting traded to, I might be getting traded to a better team. Anyway, but we appreciate you all hanging out with us.
Yes.
Do us a favor, hit the like button if you have not. Subscribe to our channels, turn on your post notifications.
Yes, I'm close to 7,700. Yes. Close
Oh,
to 7,700.
goodness. Almost 7,700. Let me see where I am. Do me a favor.
On the road to 10K. We're trying to get to 10K for the season.
We got goals
she's
around
trying to
here.
get she's trying to get to 5K.
I'm three subscribers away from 1,800. So if you are in here and not subscribed to my channel, do me a favor, head on
Please
over. And I need 3 subscribers. And I see the Chiefs all 22. You get one freebie, and then after that, you got to pay the troll toll. Y'all will be.
You're not even trolling.
There.
They're not even trolling.
I know.
That's not
I'm
a
just
troll.
saying. I didn't read his comment yet. Read his or her comment yet. Chiefs all 22. Y'all will be there at the end of the season. We'll be where? Where we gonna be?
In the playoffs. They said in the playoffs.
That might not be what he or she is talking about. We could.
No, they put the comment. They put the comment in there.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Our roster too good? Apparently not. I don't know what the all 22 told you, but it told me.
Yeah.
It told me we ain't them guys.
I appreciate I appreciate the optimism, but look, I don't see it. I don't see it. But
we have names. We have name value. Appreciate you, Kwame.
Thank you, Kwame. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now I just need 2 more. I haven't checked, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm almost to 1,800. Do have goals this year. Hendo is on the road to 10K. I'm on the road to 2K, and then soon to be 5K. But we need you. We need your help. So, Ravens fans, keep your head up. I don't really have anything else to say other than this was a disappointment. But Hendo. What are your final words to our family members here?
Today was a disappointing loss, and not because we lost, because I think many of us knew that just going into this game, there was a strong possibility that we were going to lose to the Chiefs. I think the disappointment is in the performance that we put on the field, the production, just how we were lackluster in everything that we did. We made no adjustments. Everybody seemed to get hurt, and it's just not indicative of what we thought that this team was going to be coming into the season. So, let's just take these next, 9:54 Eastern Standard Time. Let's take these next 2 hours, sulk in our misery, and then move on and focus on the Houston Texans. Like, there's nothing we can do about this loss. I'm personally going to hate watch some people talk, some post-game news conferences, and just get it all out of my system and focus on the rest of the year. Hopefully we can turn things around. Hopefully the injuries aren't too much to overtake us. We're going to make the playoffs. I mean, we do every time. We do every year that Lamar has been healthy for a full season. So let's just be mad right now and then move on and keep pushing and hope that things get better.
Yeah, because we're getting very close to a 2-hour stream. So we're going to end this one now because we don't want y'all to get just used to this. And then like, wait, where's the next 2-hour stream? But thank you all so much for coming. Yeah, you're right, Chiefs, all 22. It's a coach adjustment thing. It sure is. And because we don't have that right now with our head coach and with our coaching staff, we get what we get. And that's what we've been getting. A whole lot of nothing.
And I appreciate that because it's especially gratifying from outsiders looking in to see what we see, but the Purple Patrol will swear to you up and down, it ain't got nothing to do with coaching. It's the players on the field. So appreciate that.
Cool. I'm focused on next season. Okay. Thank you, KBZ. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Wait. The Flex Zone says, don't go, Harlonda. It's the Hendonda show.
What is a Harlonda? First of all, it's the Heyo. It's the Heyo show.
Anyway.
Heyo show.
Listen,
we voted on it. We voted on it in Discord. And we won 14. We won 14-2.
Yeah, but
and
what I
Basil
say
gave you that sympathy vote.
goes. What I say goes. Anyway,
Really?
we're going to see y'all later.
Yes. Don't get me started. Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you all for coming out, hanging out with us. Thank you. Do us a favor, hit that like button for us on your way out of the building. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your post notifications, because guess what? This was just part 1. We're going to have a part 2. It might be in the form of a video. It might be in the form of another live stream if I can talk a certain who into
Depends on what
it.
days I work. It depends on what nights I work this week.
So, but I hear you. I hear everyone fire John Harbaugh. We're not going to do that. So we need to figure out a workaround, because unless we get an announcement in the morning that some coaches have kind of like parted ways, we're stuck. But family, take care, and we will see
Find
you
an
all.
offensive line coach.
That too. That